I smell that songbird. You're looking at my strength, my everything. Jesus Christ, going to sing. I'm doing a video. Look, he's got his wings folded. The arms are the wings, right? He's got them folded. Is he going to take off and fly? Wearing his crown. He's a king. Okay, anyway. I'm doing a psychoanalysis of Owen Benjamin. I was Freud in a past life. I'm the Michelle Birdsong in this life. Einstein is a liar, says Owen Benjamin, who was a traitor when he was Lieutenant General President Ulysses S. Grant. Benjamin is the liar, projecting his lying onto his wife, Julia Dent, who became the projection of Eve and Einstein. So he's calling his wife a liar because she didn't want him to sign into law the Act of 1871 that it made America a corporation. And so he said he was right, she said he was wrong. His conscience is so guilty. He's still having the argument with her, even though they died and been reborn many times since then. Understand? Owen Benjamin is fascinated by dogs. That's what he said. Dogs are animals. This is what I say. Animals are dead heads. They're dead in their heads. They don't have consciences and they don't have self-awareness. Okay? Owen Benjamin, they're like tombs, like walking tombs. Owen Benjamin mocks the sun, God, and people who respect the sun. Because you think of God like you think of your father, and he thinks his father is like girly, and he mocks his father, so then he mocks God too. Benjamin, and he has no respect for his father, he has no respect for God. Benjamin, who is crazy, that's what crazy means, being out of context. I learned that when I was Fritz Perls, the German psychiatrist. Benjamin is living in 2019, having a relationship with his wife from 1871. Benjamin got stuck in 1871. It's only in the mind of a madman, Benjamin said. So he got stuck when he destroyed the United States for America and made it capitalized United States of America. What's that sign? What? Sign General. Okay, I have different lines, so they're all running together here. So it's only in the mind of a madman who won't admit he's wrong. That's what Benjamin said. He said it talking about something else, but this is his reality. He's a madman. He's mad at himself because he sold out the country in 1871, and he's mad at his wife because she was right. She told him not to do it, and he won't admit that he's been wrong. So this is why he's mad, a madman. So, where am I? Benjamin was a stubborn Taurus. That's Ulysses S. Grant was a stubborn Taurus. Who is Owen Benjamin. Although he moved forward to the next sign, Gemini, he's still a stubborn Taurus. He retarded himself. That's why he uses the word retard so often. He projects his retardation onto others. That's what I meant to say, onto others. He's got a guilty conscience. He sings on some video. I remember when I lost my mind. That's what he sings. Mind. My I-N-D. I-N-D is a train. My train of thought. He lost his train of thought. Now he's in crazy land. And then the song says, I remember when I lost my mind. Does that make me crazy? He actually sings this. He's asking himself. He wants to know. I'm telling him, yes, you are crazy. You're out of context. Owen Benjamin hints that he's a genius like Einstein. His wife, when he was President Ulysses S. Grant, and he was against Grant. He was against. She was against Grant signing into law the Act of 1871 that effectively made America a corporation indebted to the Rothschilds, moneylenders, who loaned bankrupt America from after fighting the South to keep them from wrecking the Union and to stop them from owning slaves. As his wife Julia, who is now D. Michelle Birdsong's Benjamin is their counterpart. He is the perfect husband and father to unconsciously make amends for being the worst president in American history, followed by Woodrow Wilson and Franklin Roosevelt. Owen Benjamin is having a heated argument with his wife, D. Michelle Birdsong Einstein, when she was Julia Dent. I said that already. His wife, when he was president, Ulysses S. Grant. She was Beethoven. Ulysses S. Grant, Owen Benjamin was Tchaikovsky. Benjamin defames and tries to ruin Beethoven's reputation. He insults his wife in her various forms. She was Freud. Benjamin insults Freud, along with Michael Jones does the same thing. Benjamin insults her family. As I said, he mocks her father, the Son, God. She is the daughter of the Son, God. He mocks and insults her grandson, Lou Ranziger, when he was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., mocks his unique and effective speech patterns. So does E. Michael Jones criticize and defame Dr. King. E. Michael Jones is mad at the Southern sharecroppers who came to the North looking for a better life, and when they moved into Irish Catholic neighborhoods, the Irish Catholics went their separate ways into the sterile suburbs. And the king, this is what the Bible says, and the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. The King James Version of the Bible. King James has been reborn as Robin Birdsong, Eve's daughter this life. Eve is the Michelle Birdsong. This is from the Bible Gateway at Matthew's 25:35, chapter 25, verse 35 to 40. St. Matthew, for your information, is Dr. Oz. St. Matthew was Jesus Christ's disciple. Since the Southerners were mad because they were defeated by then Lieutenant General Grant, Ulysses S. Grant, under the command of President Abraham Lincoln, who is Anthony Tony Robbins now, the Southerners took it out on the slaves, of the freed slaves, and left them dangling without a clue as to how to live as free people. They deprived Jesus. They left Jesus hanging by a thread. Because he said, what you do to the least of them, you do to me. So by them mistreating the freed slaves, they mistreated Jesus. And that's probably why they gave away their power in the Act of 1871 and made America not free. made America a corporation, all about money, instead of about the pursuit of happiness. Great master of India, Sawan Singh, husband of Eve, now now Michael John Spear, the husband of Eve in this life, also said in the 1940s, we move too slowly from one thing to the next. Matthew 25:35-40, King James Version. Verse 35, for we, and hungered. My old red's been hungry when she was homeless. And also when she was married to Edwin Birdsong, and her daughter in her womb now was her friend then, and she brought bags of groceries to her and her kids in Hollis, Queens. And ye gave me meat, talking about nut meat, because he didn't eat animals. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Verse 36, naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Pope Francis, this is what I say, washed the feet of prisoners, which means he washed Jesus' feet. Jesus decoded. Oh, I have an itch on my back. I can't stand this. Oh, wow. Okay. Jesus. The jury entered. Mild red. See us. Feet. F-E-A-T. Feet. Feel. Eat. Okay, now where do I go? Let's go here. Brother Wright at Lamb, because he was he has a stomach is sensitive. He could only tolerate lamb. He couldn't eat other kinds of meat. With Michael Bublé. Michael Bublé. One day he let me, Brother Wright, sit in his lap. This Will and Michael Bublé means that Brother Wright was Michael Bublé. That's who he is now. This is a projection because Brother Wright was also sing birdsong. One day Brother Wright let me sit in his lap and have some sips of his tea with lemon and sugar. He had a sweet tooth, and I'm going up here already, and he was color-struck. Color-struck means a dark person who likes light-skinned girls in the black community, Negro community. Struck. His breath was so foul it stopped me from breathing. Because he ate meat, he ate lamb. I held my breath, and I was 5 years old. I held my breath because I couldn't bear the smell of God's breath. Brother Wright was like God to me. Too soon, Brother Wright stopped breathing permanently decoded. Present energy. R-O-M-A-N, Roman. Enter. Will, L for will, Y is E, Willie. Present energy. Roman. Enter. Will, E, Emperor. He was a Roman emperor named Willie Richard Wright. Okay, so Brother Wright was sing birdsong, he was Charan Singh, and he was a Roman emperor. And this was my other father who raised me. Brother Wright had me wash his feet. F-E-A-T, feet. fee for eating lamb. I can't bear French kissing because his breath is so bad, was so bad. And I have the memory of feeling disgusted about a mouth. When I was growing up, Brother Wright was perfectly kind to me. He brushed my hair because it was fine and easily tangled. One day, I was crying because I didn't want Aunt Donnie, his wife, nor my blood mother, Miss Frog, to comb my hair. They weren't careful and gentle. They combed through my hair like the comb was a rake. Brother Wright, I call Bright, was soft-hearted. Saints are. He had